So a couple of nice ideas for you to start out playing some minor pentatonic licks over a minor blues. So we're in the key of A minor, so A, C, A, C, D, E, G, A, second octave, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, A. We're looking to target those A notes, 5 on the low E, it's your first A, 7 on the D, it's your second A, and 5 on the high E. And there's an A on the 10th fret of the B as well. So anything you phrase, try and target those A's. You'll kind of find it sounds, it just gives you a bit more of an edge. Okay, so the first kind of lick is a bit of like a Hey Joe type thing. So we're going to slide from the 5th fret of the A to the 7th fret. 5 on the D, first finger, 7 on the A, 5 on the G, 7 on the D. Originally I think it's in E, so it's just a little bit lower, but same principle. And you'll notice I'm slightly tweaking. I'm not bending it to any pitch, just bending it slightly out of pitch on the 5th fret of the G, and then to 7 on the D, and giving it a bit of vibrato. So that's the first one. The next one is going to be, so that's a full bend on the 7th fret of the G. Look at the way my fingers are. Fingers 1 and 2 are supporting finger 3. We're doing a bend and release, and then a pull off to fret 5, and then 7 on the D, which is that A note. So we've got that one's a cool one. And then we've got the unison bend. So that's 5 on the B with the first finger, 7 on the G with the third finger, second finger's on the 6th fret of the G supporting the third finger, and you're hitting the G and the B string together. Good one to practice that one. And the final one I like to do is a full bend on the 8th fret of the B. So that's 3rd finger, 8th fret of the B, bending this note, this G to the A, flat 7 to the root. So the notes of the A minor pentatonic are A, C, D, E, G, A, A, C, D, E, G, A. So the bend that I was doing was this G note to this note, which is why it sounds good. So eventually you can do that kind of thing, but for now I just want you to practice just getting that bend good. And look at my thumb's locked on the top to help me stay in position. So let's try it with the track. Nothing crazy complicated, but it will be challenging in the beginning. Try and do this on the electric if you've got an electric, because it's just a little bit easier. If not, you'll have to do it on the acoustic. But try and see if you can get the bends. The key things here, can you get those bends accurate? Can you get the whole step bend, i.e. 2 frets? Whoops. Can you get that G, the 8th fret of the B, to the 10th fret. You know, is it a little bit flat? Is it too far? Because that's the other thing with bends. You can sometimes bend too far or not far enough. So try and see if you can get that with that unison bend. See if you can get that. Make sure you're getting this D note here on the 7th fret of the G to the 9th fret of the E note, because this note is E and unison means in like together. So you're bending, you're playing this note and you're bending this note to this note, but on the same string. And try and get things, just try and practice it a bit, see how you get on. But they're all great ones, so maybe work on one to start with, just see if you can kind of fit it in. This backing track is a minor blues backing track in A minor. It's a 12-bar blues over A minor 7, D minor 7 and E minor 7. I think there might be an E7 thrown in there, but I'll put that in the description so you can access that.